Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be flipping through my 2022 Powersheets bundle. So if you didn't know, Powersheets are a goal planner, and I ordered on their release day, so I was able to snag this bundle for a good deal. It comes with a lot of different things, all for goal setting, but I'm just going to flip through all of this to show you what comes in the bundle, or like what's included in the Powersheets, just so you can see if this is the right goal setting planner for you. I've used a lot of goal setting planners. None of them have really worked out for me, so hopefully this is the lucky time. I'm going to go ahead and just go through the accessories, and then I'll get into the actual Powersheets later on in the video. So the first thing that came in this bundle is the 5 rolls of tending tape, which is washi tape, fancy word for washi tape. And I was able to pick between a neutral design and then the floral ones. So I had an option on like colors and patterns for the majority of the accessories in this pack. So there's like a mosaic blue one, their logo, so the Cultivate What Matters logo, the floral that matches like their signature floral for the year. They change florals out every year. They had a really cute one that had like citrus in it last year, but I didn't get it. And then like a foil striped blue one, and then green leaves. So these are all the same width, very nice washi tapes, and I'm excited to plan with these. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be using them in the goal planner, but washi tape on hand is always a good thing. The next thing I got in the bundle was the snap-in bookmark, which goes on the coils of the planner. It's just a very simple, clear bookmark that has the Cultivate What Matters logo up at the top. So nice, easy way to flip to the page that you're currently on. I also got the goal setting sticker book. So it's that floral cover again. I don't know how many pages are in here, like maybe 20, but there's some information at the top. Mark what matters. These stickers can be used everywhere. Don't hold back. Stickers help us notice the good. So we have florals. And then some like box stickers with the gold foiling, some little quotes. Some longer washi strip kind of stickers, but they are like a shiny texture. Color code your heart out. So these are for color coding like the goal inserts. So each goal or like category of goals has a color. So these will help keep things in track. So there's a couple pages of these. And then there's color coding dots. So these will be really helpful in the planner as well, because they correspond to the colors of the page flags. And there's a few pages. This one is Feel the Love, so it's like heart-shaped bullet points. Some more color-coded stickers that match all the goals, categorizing the goals, but these ones are like gold foil, so there's like a little finish line for like when you finish something. We have Celebrate Progress. So I like how they're including at the top of the pages like what these stickers could potentially be used for. Obviously, you can use them in any like context, but within the goal planner, it's nice to kind of have an idea of what they were intended for, so prioritize it. And then prioritize it, but in gold, cultivate contentment. So some little flowers, some little like speech bubble kind of things, highlight the good, get motivated. So these are like just gold foiled quotes. Overall, a very functional sticker book, and I think it'll work nicely with the way that the planner is set up because they're specifically sized for the planner. I got this little accessory pouch in the floral design. It has their logo on the keychain. The other side has a strap so you can put it around your planner. The inside of it is just like pink. There's some cardboard in here to keep it stiff, but it's like pink lining. It's kind of like a faux, it's not like a faux leather, but it has a little bit of a texture to it. Feels like it would be water resistant. So a little accessory pouch for like your pens and your sticker books and your highlighters and all that fun stuff. And then finally is the Wildcard Page pack. So these are like inserts for the planner. So like an extra goals at a glance page. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. It's not like a little notepad of them. They're like loose. So goals at a glance. And there's a few of these, which I think this is probably going to be the one that I want to use the most. A 2022 at a glance calendar, a perpetual calendar, fun list. Use the sheet to brainstorm a seasonal bucket list or add adventures as you complete them. Oh, that's cute. And they're not double-sided, it's just the front side because I think they're supposed to be like glued into the planner. So it makes sense that they'd only be front-sided. So a few of those fun lists. We have organization and decluttering, so space to declutter, and then you schedule it. So you can kind of break down organization, what to read next, books read this year, and then there's this place where you can rate those, create a life-giving home, relationship tending, financial check-in, go-to meals, which I think this is a great idea because I always get stuck on what to eat. Go-to dinners, so an expanded version of just like the dinner section. Daily rhythms, so you can like write out your routine. A year of celebration, celebrating wins, my legacy, and there's like some reflection questions. And then a weekend reset, so like schedule, home, food, heart. So these will all be like really fun little pages that I can work into the planner whenever I feel like I need them. It's not like dated, so obviously I can use these whenever throughout the course of 2022 and wherever I'm like feeling like I need them. Like if I need a financial check-in, I can work in that sheet, or if I need like a weekend reset, I can work in this sheet. So these are nice little worksheets that fit nicely in the planner. And then we have the Cultivate What Matters Powersheets. So they come in these cute little boxes. The color changes based on which design you order. There were like a couple different color patterns for the covers. There was like solid linen covers, and then I had to get the floral one because that's just who I am. So this is a coil bound planner, which I normally don't gravitate towards coil bound planners, but I think for a goal planner, I don't really need to take pages in and out. So this should be fine. It says Cultivate What Matters 2022 Powersheets Goal Planner on the cover. Has these little brackets on the edges so that it's not getting snagged on things or bent, especially if you want to carry it around in like a backpack or a purse. But I intend to leave this one at home just to kind of like do journaling and focusing on goals. Some little inserts in this pocket, and I think I could leave the like wildcard sheets in here as well, so I have them on hand when I need them. We have an insert for my word of the year with some really cute like foiled foliage up at the top, and you could just write your word of the year here, even like stick it onto this pocket folder so whenever you open up the planner you can see your word of the year. I did the one little word last year, so I think I'm going to do it again this year. I just haven't decided on my word yet. And then there's a little guide, so your best year starts here. So ordering the power sheets is the first step, and then opening them, writing your name on them. There's resources on their website, completing the goal setting pages, completing prep work, choosing a wildcard page, and filling out your first tending list. So this is like their little insert on how to use it, but I think it's pretty intuitive once you start flipping through it. The first page, Hello Fresh Start 2022, and then you just write your name here. Once that's done, you get to check off another box on the little sheet. Just a note about 10 years of power sheets and some more stickers. So if you didn't get the sticker book, there are stickers included. So you do have those color coordinated flags that you can use, as well as like the bullet points. It's kind of like a condensed version of the sticker book, but if you're someone who really likes stickers like I do, this will be helpful. Like the sticker book is helpful, but this is a good starting place. We have a page, Cultivate, and then the definition: to break up the soil in preparation for new growth, to tend to grow, and then like an introduction to the planner. And I like the floral designs that are on all of the pages. I don't know if that's just because I got the floral cover or if that's on all of the different designs. I think it's on all of the different designs. Little like quote that's going right here: do more of what matters and let go of the rest. And then goal ideas. So kind of brainstorming where I need to start on goals. It gives you some examples, which I think is very helpful because I always get stuck trying to figure out, like, am I thinking big picture? Am I thinking small picture? Like, is this goal a stupid goal? So it has some nice examples that I can kind of start to work with and then expand on to be more applicable to my own life. You could draw like a web or like a network to kind of map out your life. And I think what drew me to this specific goal planner is that it's actually a lot of prep work. So it's not so much as like weekly planner layouts, but it's like a workbook for this many pages, and you're supposed to complete it before 2022, but I'm sure you can continue to work through it as you get through the year. And then there's monthly sections, but I'll get into that in a minute. So some pages about like comparison, and then there's like an about me, so figuring out like ways I'm most encouraged, I want to be known for, what helps me do my best, I feel motivated when, how I feel about goals. And building off of those will help like solidify your main goals for the year, what makes me come alive, what fires me up. So like including examples of your passions, like those are obviously things that should come into play when you're setting goals for the year. And then you do a life evaluation. So you have all of these categories, they're color coordinated, so you can use those stickers to match them when you're referencing them on later in the planner. But the 8 categories are health and wellness, friends, focal relationship, family, finances, spiritual and personal growth, work and learning, and recreation. So you write a little bit about where you are at now, and then you rate them from 1 to 10 based on how you're feeling like in this current state. And then there's check-ins later throughout the planner. And then you think about like good things, people I'm grateful for, challenges, and what I learned. So this is the reflection on the last year, so 2021, like what worked, what didn't work. And then we have this, like what lies have you believed about yourself or your life, who I really am, moving past fear. So essentially you just have to bear it all for the power sheets, like get everything out on the page. Like this is like a therapist in a notebook essentially. If I were to step into my fears and take action, I would feel like this is some heavy stuff. So it's not something that you can intend, like I don't imagine being able to sit down and finish this in one night while like watching The Bachelorette. I like actually need to sit with this like for a good deal of time and work through these worksheets and really be intentional about goal setting. So it doesn't leave you like, you don't jump right off the diving board like into like the planner. It's like a slow ease into actually getting into the year versus other goal planners I've used where it's just like, okay, start with the monthly stuff. Like I didn't really know where to start, and I think that's why they didn't work out for me. So having this like worksheet of like actually formulating the goals and how to get to goals is going to be useful. The big picture, and then you have like big picture vision. So everything is color coordinated with those boxes that you ranked earlier, and you're thinking about like your big picture vision for each area of your life and then how it actually plays out. So like how you'd like to see these things manifest. Oh, this is so cute. Peonies grow through the dirt, and so do we. And then this is like a what I'm saying yes to, what I'm saying no to list. And then you have like a Mad Lib style, imagine it your intentional year. My name is, I am capable of change, and I'm deciding that I can. The areas of my life that it's not like a fun Mad Lib, it's more like a goal setting Mad Libs, but I think this will be helpful, and it corresponds to specific pages from the prep work. So being able to like, in the past I have, and then you flip to page 14. What did I write on page 14? So like, where do you feel stuck? So then I'll fill that in. So this is like the culmination of all of that prep work that we just flipped through. And then what do you want to cultivate most in 2022? Types of goals. And then you're deciding whether these are habits, finish line goals, or big dreams. So there's 3 categories of dreams, or 3 categories of goals. So habits are kind of establishing like consistent patterns in your life. Whether these are things that you want to continue to grow or new habits that you want to form. Finish lines are goals where you're moving from like now to like a final end goal. They can be completed in the course of a year and are specific and measurable. So measurable is the key word here. Whereas like habits, you can count like the days that you do them, but they're not as measurable as a finish line. And then big dreams are like things that take multiple years to complete, several years, like 1 to 2 each year. You really shouldn't set more than 1 to 2 each year, because otherwise you're just gonna like not really accomplish anything or feel like you're accomplishing anything, even if you're making steps towards them. So these are like big picture kind of things. So you're deciding in which areas, like, are they habits, are they finish lines, are they big dreams? Rough draft of yearly goals. I love how they have like drafting pages in here, because I feel like I'm going to take a lot of like extra scratch paper to figure out like how I want to write everything out. And then you get to the yearly goals. So corresponding with the colors that have already been established in the beginning of the planner, you can use those page flags to mark off the different sections, and you can choose between 1 and 8 goals, whatever works best for you. And that's really depending on if it's a lot of habits or if it's like a lot of big goal kind of things. And then I would personally rank them out like based on which is more important to me. But I'm sure you could do them in the color order that's already been established in the planner if that makes the most sense for you. So after the yearly goals page, you get a vision board where you can like collage, sketch, like magazine scraps, stickers, etc. I have a couple vision boards in my catch-all planner, but it might be nice to do one in this planner that's specific to these goals. There's a space for word of the year again, turning challenges into opportunities. Where have you seen little by little progress in your life? Like there's a lot of really thoughtful questions in here that I think will be really insightful to the goal setting process. But then you break down the goals. So you have an action plan for each goal. So what is the goal? Why do I want to make this happen? The type of goal, habit, finish line, big dream, and then the area that it's focused on. And I'm imagining that you can have some goals that are split between like multiple areas, but I think it might be most effective if they're like firmly planted in one category. Resources needed. This plan aligns with my big picture yes no list, word of the year. And then some more questions about it, like what might happen if I don't start or make progress on this goal, what success looks like for this goal at the end of 2022, the people who will be positively impacted by this goal. So I like that you're not just setting goals for yourself, you're like picking goals that also impact those around you, and how will I have fun with this goal along the way. And then you break it down, so kind of sketching an action plan for this specific goal. And this repeats over and over again, so they have enough pages for you to do up to 8, but you don't necessarily need to fill all of them in, just as many as the number of goals you have. So flipping through all of these like breakdown pages, you get to the yearly overview where you can break it down by season. And from the flip throughs I've seen of this planner, it's best to not do the whole thing all at once. You're supposed to like start with season 1 and then come back in season 2 and kind of map out a little bit more. Like if there's something that you like, no, I have a firm deadline in August, yeah, sure, write it out. But like, don't get too ahead of yourself when you're mapping out the yearly overview. We have these pages for those wildcard sheets that I showed you a bit earlier, so those can get glued in here. More quotes, and then you get into the monthly stuff. So there's dividers, and then there's like preparation. So important to-dos I'm excited for, on my mind, I'm hopeful that. And this is just like the prep work for the month. There's a monthly calendar in here, which I'm not sure I'm going to use because I have a monthly calendar in my catch-all planner, but the monthly sections of this planner aren't as intense as other goal planners I've seen where you need to like be in the planner writing out things every day. I think this is more useful for me in that way. But first month of a new year, so there's like some information here like that you can read through. How to make a tending list. So a tending list is like a to-do list, but it's a more goal-focused to-do list. So there's a worksheet for that in here. So monthly action items, weekly action items, and daily action items. And this is perforated so that you can take the sheet out and move it, put it somewhere that you see every day, put it into your other planner, etc. And then kind of checking in. So like you have progress spaces in the daily action items. There's even like spaces for every single day of the month where you can like check off if you've accomplished those habits. And going back to this, like you don't need to fill in every line. A goal isn't a perfectly checked off list. So I think that's like the best part of this is that it's not something like we're at like a to-do list where you want to have everything checked off by the end of the day. This is more so a record of how you've been making progress rather than like an absolute must do. So tending list, little brainstorm for the month, and then the month in review. So flipping that tending list over has more questions that you can catch up on, like I'm saying no to, I'm saying yes to. And then we get to February. So that's like one monthly section. There's not a lot in the monthly sections, which I like because I don't need a space for every day to like write down like my goal setting, my goal planning, whatnot, because I'm working in other planners. And I think this is a planner that's specifically helpful for people who are using multiple planners rather than using a goal planner as your primary planner. So February has the same like setup sheet. We got a monthly layout. We have a tending list, the brainstorm, and then the month in review. So that's the same thing as January. And then once you get past March, like they all look the same, you get refreshes. So kind of revisiting that prep work that you did at the beginning of the year, but it's every 3 months. So every quarter, your refreshes here. And then there's an evaluation of where you've been making progress on these areas of your life. So you rank them in the beginning of the planner, but then you're revisiting every 3 months to reevaluate how you're doing. There's some like tips, and journal prompts, what I'm saying no to, what I'm saying yes to this quarter. Keep moving forward. What goal have you made the most progress on so far? So this is like a nice way to quantifiably mark down where I've made the most the most progress on my goals. Which goal do you feel stuck on? What's holding you back from moving forward? All of those fun questions. And then you're refreshing the goals. So you can use that same color coordinated system from the beginning to kind of if you've finished a goal, you can change it out for something else. If you need to make adjustments to a goal, you can update it here. And then not only is there a one little word for the overarching 2022 year, you can also set words for the quarter. So these are kind of mantra words that you keep in the back of your mind when you're setting your goals, and setting your word for the year is certainly a process that takes a lot of thought, but having a word for a quarter might be a little bit simpler if you just need to focus on the 3 months ahead. So plan for the season ahead, break your goals down, and then we get into the regular monthly stuff. So these are the April pages. There's going to be another refresh in July. So same kind of thing. The prep work changes. So what's firing me up right now? There's a list about feeling overwhelmed by all that's on your mind. And then there's some ideas. And then most of this is the same. So breaking your goals down, refreshing them, monthly prep work, that kind of thing. And then we get to October, which is the last of the refreshes. So morning person kind of stuff, which I'm totally not a morning person. Prep work, refreshed goals, all that fun stuff. And then the monthlies through December. And then you get to the end. So it's a hooray, you did it, high fives. There's only a few pages back here because I imagine the plan is that you'll have another Powersheets by then. So you can already start on the prep work for next year. Hooray, high fives, you did it. And then the year in review. So thinking about things that you accomplished or highlights for each of these months. Year in review. Oh, I love the colors on this, but you can write out favorite memory, best thing I read or listened to, all of these different little categories. And then let me just flip the page. It's not glued down. I just have very short nails. There's a page that reminds you, get your new Powersheets for next year, and then just the back cover. So this is the 2022 Powersheets, and I'm very excited to get planning in this. I think it'll be especially helpful for what I'm trying to achieve in my own personal life. I'm not going to be doing any kind of videos on my channel where I'm actually working through this planner because I think this is going to be more like a personal journal kind of thing. But I wanted to give you a flip through in case you were interested in setting some goals for 2022 or looking at the different options of goal planners that are out there on the market. I have tried quite a few. I had a happy planner one. I've had a plum paper one. I've done some journaling kind of stuff, and none of them have really worked out for me. So let's give this one a shot. And I'll be sure to let you know how my progress on this is going, if it's actually working out for me. I'm just not going to be writing in the pages on camera. So there you have it, the 2022 Cultivate What Matters Powersheets Goal Planner. I will leave a link to this down below in the description if you're interested in getting your own. It shipped pretty fast, but I don't know how long shipping is going to take, especially now that we're in the holiday season. So if you're ordering for 2022, I would make sure to get your order in now so that you have time to complete all that prep work before we dive into January. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!